Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks a lot for subscribing, for the interest you have in the research. My name is Bruce Schwartz. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Unknown celestial objects, one of my favorites. And last year, 2017, at the end of 2017, yeah, wow, the sun was very active. And now, on my end, very quiet. Look at this. We can see an object going by the sun and leaving, going out from the sun. A lot of objects were flying around and probably still do, but of course, we work. We don't have time to have our eyes always up there in the sky, but there is always something that we're missing every day. I'm almost positive about that. When you start filming the sky a lot, well, you get a lot of chances of finding these special events that happen that, that don't happen that often, like this, for example. But coming up, I'm going to show you what a falling star looks like. Yeah, it looks like an angel. It's absolutely incredible. Wings and all. Of course, you'll understand why I said that. Here it is coming out of the constellation of Orion, and particularly beside Betelgeuse, right beside Betelgeuse. This was during the Orion constellation normal meteor showers, which is, of course, these are all just normal things, but absolutely incredible being able to see it. An object beside the sun. Oh, so much controversy. People hated me posting this. Oh, there's the cloud, third time going in front of this object. Now, the coronal mass ejection that had just happened in 2017, this was days apart. So, if it's not a planet, very big planet, by the way, or object by the sun, it could be part of the coronal ejection. Like, could this be plasma? The sun is said to be dormant now, supposedly. What's true and what's not? You're reading in science, and it seems that between scientists, I hear everyone fighting with themselves, like amongst themselves, disagreeing with themselves all the time. It's so hard to get some concrete information and evidence. So, this is raw. So often we don't know if they're asteroids, meteors, or UFOs, but we still get a chance to see a glimpse of the truth. This is pretty cool. I was able to see the object spiraling around and to get an idea of its shape and form and probably its size, considering I'm getting the scale ratio with the telescope. You do all this, you line up, and this wasn't a telescope, by the way. This was with a camera, of course. Look at this, the sun's size. Look at the object that you've just been seeing the whole time beside it. That is pretty darn big when you think of it. But now it could be millions of miles behind the sun. Okay, fine. I'm not saying it isn't, but we're seeing it for the first time beside the sun. So, we hear of the collision of those actually it's planets, I think, or stars, right? Two collision of neutron stars that collided also in 2017. So we were seeing bits and pieces. And even Monday, by the way, Bennu, however you want to pronounce it, Bennu, the asteroid is supposed to come by and lower Earth on Monday. So, these are all things that are being examined and have been examined and followed by NASA, which, by the way, NASA was following this Bennu for, my goodness, I don't know how many days it was following it. They were able to catch up with it, I guess, and Monday it's supposed to be its flyby. This, beside the sun, massive object, okay? Like Earth would be that little dot that you see right there. Probably in size beside the sun. So they say, because the sun is massive. But distance is always hard to understand and, to perceive it properly, obviously, because, people often they ask me, where are you getting these things? Well, in the sky is the best answer I can give you guys. I'm getting them in the sky. Sometimes it's facing Draco constellation. Sometimes it's straight up in front of the Milky Way. But are they in the constellations or in front of them? That I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's still beautiful. Chemtrails, lots of them in 2017, and so on and so forth. They're here now. Massive objects in the lower Earth atmosphere, for sure. Why am I saying that? It's a lucky guess I'm taking, because the size that you're seeing here, these objects, are bigger than the stars that we usually perceive them. We're talking about mists and steam and streaks of smoke on Mars. Well, often the objects that are flying by properly adjusted the exposure on some of these photos, which this was not a video, this was actually a photo. You could see plumes of smoke, probably sulfur or something, as this massive object, not sure how big it is, but it was far out, going by. Pure pockets of the minerals that are inside some of these objects. They're so hot, so they come out, they spew out, and it's the pure mineral pockets of them sitting on top of some of these objects. The chevron. I mean, this is amazing. This was sent in by my neighbor. Yes, right in my town, a couple of houses away, maybe 50 minutes away, in the sky, and right here. And this is beside the sun. And I have seen this object myself. Well, it's always a matter of believing or not, whether someone's telling the truth. But I'm telling you, this object in particularly very strikingly sticking out in the sky when I saw it myself. And I was mad because I had no camera, but I'm very happy the community member that sent this in did have it. I rarely show pictures from other community members, but this is almost a family member that sent this in. So yeah, look at the shape, and you do know that this is what an asteroid or meteor or comet does look like with a tail, but it has two tails at the back of this sort of object that has a form wide enough at the front there. Just wanted to share that with you. You see, they spray in the sky. I noticed that the chemtrails are, they're right in front of these objects, deliberately in front of these objects. We could see them. Whatever this may be, it was a solid object. Why? Because clouds dissipate. They expand, they contract, and they disappear. They vaporize. But this object remained in a fixed position, what looked like in a fixed position, without moving at all. Now check this out, guys. Unknown planet surface. I've only done one or two planet surfaces really close like this, and just anomalies, phenomenon on the surface. Almost looks like alien writing. No, it's not alien writing, but it really does look like it has sort of shapes and forms. Just mesmerizing to see. A lot less clear than the moon, of course. We're talking about in the constellations and surface structuring. I think it's pretty amazing to see this and that sort of spherical object right there sitting again on top of this beautiful surface, unknown surface. Thanks for watching, everyone. Shane Cooler, thanks so much, man, for the generous donations. I love you, bro. Mr. Mark Bradley, thanks so much, bro. I love you, man, for the generous support and for being a friend, man. Thanks for being here.